Here we are together again. Welcome back to the Life and Sad Ending channel. My name is Steve, and today we're taking a look at that actor and war hero, Audie Murphy. Audie Murphy was a World War II national hero, and he became the most decorated combat soldier. Among his 33 awards, the Medal of Honor stood out. He also received bravery decorations from France and Belgium. Born in Kingston, Texas, to poor sharecroppers, Murphy's life changed after his mother's death and World War II. At 17, he enlisted in the Army despite Navy and Marine rejections. His sister provided a false affidavit to make him a year older. After basic training, Murphy deployed to North Africa, but missed combat due to the Allied victory. He then fought in Europe, including Sicily, Italy, and France, participating in 7 major campaigns over 3 years. He rose from private to second lieutenant. Uniquely, Murphy defied the conventional image of a war hero. He was slender, shy, and soft-spoken. His boyish appearance surprised people when he leaped onto a burning tank during a critical battle, using its machine gun to repel German troops and save his unit. In September 1945, Murphy was released from active duty and promoted to first lieutenant and assigned to inactive status. After World War II, James Cagney invited Audie Murphy to come to Hollywood. There, under Cagney Productions, he trained as a singer and a dancer. It didn't work out so well. Despite challenges, Murphy secured 2 minor roles in the films Beyond Glory and Texas, Brooklyn, and Heaven. He finally landed a lead in Bad Boy and starred in The Red Badge of Courage in 1951, directed by John Huston. Murphy, despite being a good actor, faced challenges with poorly received films. However, he signed with Universal International Pictures, offering mostly budget westerns that suited his persona. Notable films he did were his autobiography To Hell and Back in 1955, which broke box office records for Universal. Another standout was Night Passage in 1957, where he played James Stewart's younger brother. Murphy collaborated with director Huston again in The Unforgiven in 1960. As the studio system declined, MCA, the new owners of Universal, dropped the international designation and shifted focus to television. They abandoned contract players and adopted a per-picture hiring approach. The decline of cheap westerns posed a challenge for Murphy. His attempt to adapt to the spaghetti western style with the movie The Texican in 1966 failed. Murphy, an acclaimed actor with 44 films to his name, also made significant contributions as a rancher and businessman. He bred quarter horses at his ranches in Arizona and California. Additionally, he was a talented songwriter, penning hit songs for artists like Dean Martin, Eddie Arnold, and Charlie Pride. Murphy was introduced to songwriter Scott Turner in 1961, and the two collaborated on numerous songs between 1962 and 1970, the most successful of which were Shutters and Boards and When the Wind Blows in Chicago. Postwar, Murphy struggled with PTSD, known then as combat fatigue. This condition caused Audie to have a heightened temper and frequent nighttime screaming. To cope, he slept with a loaded M1911 .45 semi-automatic pistol nearby. Director Don Siegel revealed that Murphy often carried a pistol on The Gunrunners in 1958, frightening the cast and crew. Murphy's marriage to Wanda Hendricks in 1949 was tumultuous and short-lived. The two divorced in 1951. Just 4 days later, he married Pamela Archer, with whom he had 2 sons. In the 1960s, insomnia and depression led to a devastating addiction to a sleeping pill, but he overcame that. Unfortunately, gambling and financial misfortunes resulted in bankruptcy in 1968. In spite of his financial difficulties, Murphy refused to appear in commercials for alcohol and cigarettes, worried about the influence he would have on young people. Despite these setbacks, Murphy championed government resources for returning Vietnam War veterans, having served in the war himself. Sadly, on May 18, 1971, Murphy's life ended when he was a passenger on a private plane that crashed into a mountain near Roanoke, Virginia. The pilot and 4 other passengers all perished. Audie Murphy was only 45 years old. He received full military honors and was buried in Arlington National Cemetery. The headstones of Medal of Honor recipients buried at Arlington National Cemetery are normally decorated in gold leaf. Murphy previously requested that his stone remain plain and inconspicuous, like that of any ordinary soldier. The headstone contains the birth year 1924 due to his falsified military records. His gravesite is the most visited after that of John F. Kennedy. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you again next time, unless I come to my own sad ending.